I never thought it would end like this. The woman I once adored, the one I thought I was going to spend my life with, was now watching from the sidelines as her own best. Friends showed more interest in me than she ever did. It all started innocently enough, with the typical highs and lows of a relationship. But over time, something shifted. She became distant, too focused on her career, her social media image, her friends, leaving me behind like an afterthought. I tried to be understanding. I really did. But there's only so much a man can take. When you're giving everything, and you get nothing in return, something inside you snaps. Her best friends, two women who had been by her side for years, started to notice my frustrations. They didn't ask what was wrong, but it was clear they could see the cracks in the facade of my relationship. They started offering me support, listening when I needed someone to talk to. At first, it was comforting, but as they slowly began to understand me more, something else happened. They started noticing me in ways I hadn't expected. One evening, after a fight with my girlfriend, I went out for a drink to clear my head. It was supposed to be a quiet night, but fate had other plans. Her best friends, both of them, walked into the same bar. They had heard about the argument, and rather than offer their loyalty to her, they chose to be there for me. At first, I was uncomfortable with their attention, but as the night wore on, I couldn't help but feel flattered. They were attentive, caring, and, frankly, more interested in me than my own girlfriend had been for months. It didn't take long before one of them, the more bold of the two, leaned in and kissed me. It was unexpected, but in that moment, it felt like a release, like I was finally free from the weight of the relationship I had been carrying for so long. What followed was a whirlwind of desire and revenge. I had been ignored, unappreciated, and now here I was in the arms of someone who had once been her closest friend. As the days passed, the lines between what was right and wrong began to blur. I knew it was wrong to betray her trust, but at the same time, I couldn't deny the satisfaction I felt. I hadn't asked for this attention, but here it was, falling into my lap. And with each passing encounter with her friends, I found myself drawn to them more. They were fun, spontaneous, and didn't make me feel invisible. It was like living a double life, one where I was the man her best friends wanted, and another where I was stuck in a relationship with a woman who seemed to care less and less. Eventually, she found out. It wasn't through me. She discovered it on her own. I didn't want to hurt her, but in a twisted way, I couldn't help but feel a sense of justice. She had abandoned me emotionally and physically for months, and now, her own friends had stolen the attention I once craved from her. The anger in her eyes when she confronted me said it all. She felt betrayed, humiliated, but she had no one to blame but herself. She had pushed me away, and now the consequences were too severe to ignore. The fallout was messy. Her friends were torn between loyalty to her and their desire for me. Some cut ties with her, while others took a step back, unsure of how to proceed. As for me, I wasn't proud of what had happened, but I couldn't deny that it felt good to be desired again. It was the validation I had craved for so long, a form of revenge I never planned but had somehow fallen into. In the end, my relationship with her ended. There was no coming back from what had transpired. But in a way, I wasn't upset. I had been set free, freed from the chains of a relationship that had stifled me for too long. What happened with her friends was complicated, and to this day, I'm not sure if I regret it or not. But one thing was certain, I would never be the man who stayed in a relationship where I wasn't wanted. Her best friends? They've all moved on, and so have I. But I'll never forget the feeling of revenge, the sweet taste of getting what I deserved. Maybe it was wrong, maybe it wasn't, but sometimes, in the game of love and betrayal, it's the best way to learn what you're truly worth. Let me know what you think.